What's up, hot makers? Welcome to HotMakes right here on the Edge of Tech, where we aim to educate and entertain the maker community. I'm affectionately known as Nerdy J. This is the Pooch. How you doing, Pooch?
What's up, everybody? I'm doing great, Nerdy J. How are you today?
Man, I am great. So the number one question right now is, are we really live?
I think we're live.
I think we're live. I mean,
we're in the chat. I'm not in the chat. I've probably been neglected. People are probably yelling at me, and I didn't even think about popping out the chat.
Well, were we live last week? I know people were like, "Is he live? Are they not live?" That was a lot of fun last week.
What is reality anymore? I mean, we're here to answer the big existential questions here on HotMakes, right?
we are. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We have a great show planned for you guys. We have some fun stuff. Maker news. We haven't done that in a long time. Hot or not. We actually have a hot or not segment tonight. HotMakes, and of course, the one and only Pooch Rant. You ready to rant?
I'm ready to rant. People are asking for proof. Like, what kind of proof? Do I need a newspaper or something to show that like anybody has newspapers anymore? You want me to hold up the latest Google News on my phone? Is that a good proving?
Yeah. If we're recording, I'll hold up a picture of a car now.
No. That's a good one. I like it.
It was good. We were having fun with that. With what was it? Moses was like, "Blink if you're live," or something.
Blink.
We had a lot of fun. Well, did you have a good week? I know it's been a long one, but
yeah, it was a good week. It's good to be back in front of our people. It had a nice, relaxing weekend. Had the kids with me this weekend. We did some early. We have an annual tradition where we call it gingerbread houses, but we actually get graham crackers and a bunch of frosting, and then and a whole bunch of candy, and then people build structures. They're not really houses anymore. They're like seascapes, landscapes. Loyal Moses
in the house,
starting off straight. Yeah, never got. It's because inflation's a dirty dog, Moses. And if you want to date with me, it's going to cost a lot more.
Oh man, I don't remember how much he paid, but I think it was like $3.99.
Yeah, for the first minute.
Yeah,
$2.99 for every minute thereafter. Yeah.
I love it. Well, we have, like I said, we have a great show. I'm super excited to show off what we have. We have HotMakes again. We have like a good chunk of HotMakes tonight. I know we've had guests, I think, for like the last 6 weeks or 7 weeks. So this is the first one we've done guest free for a little while.
It'd be nice. Get back to our roots. Get back to some focusing on you guys, the makers, and the hashtags that you send us. HotMakes.
HotMakes. That's right. So tell them where they can find us. If you're jumping here, it's your very first time being here. What can they do to hit us up, Pooch?
Yeah. So, we're pretty prolific on the Twitters, especially. Now, hold on a second, though. Now, did you add do we have the if this then that on anything outside of Twitter's yet? Because we were talking about an Instagram integration as well.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
From what I found, they broke something in Instagram where you can't do it. But if anyone out there knows how to do it, let me know, and I'd be willing to work with you, and let's get that rocking.
Okay, so get back to the question. If you're new, welcome. This is a show where we take the tags that you submit to us on Twitter currently. Anything that you tag HotMakes out there in the makersphere, be it 3D printing, fabric work, knife making. We've talked about all kinds of interesting stuff. We talked about a lot of resin work, obviously, last weekend with Noob and stuff. You submit it, we collect it all, and then we go through them and we say, this is awesome, this is awesome, this is why we think this is awesome, and then you all nod in agreement, and that's basically the show, right?
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of times they're in agreement, and then you rant, and then you never know if they're in agreement or not after that. But
but I'm not ranting about the hot makes. I mean, they're always pretty much hot. Now we have a hot mess segment too. If you're new to this, sometimes people like to share the fails, which is part of the journey, which is part of the experience, and we all appreciate learning from that as well.
Right.
But every once in a while I get all hot around the collar, and I need to let off some steam, and it's nice of you all to allow me to do that here in my rant segment.
That's right. So if you're watching right now or you're watching in the future, let us know down below what your favorite Pooch Rant was from the past. And we're not going to tell you what tonight's is, but what was your favorite Pooch Rant that we've seen? Because there's been some fun ones. Mine personally, my favorite one was the autocorrect, where you turned your autocorrect off for, what was it, a week or a month or something?
It was a week. It was a week, and it's still off. It's still off.
Whoa!
I've decided I'm not going back. I'm on my own. All spelling is my own now.
I love it. Well, I tell you what, we should jump into it. I think we should start with a little bit of Maker's news. How about that?
Yeah, Maker news. What's new?
Why, you're right. It must be some sort of plastic.
I missed that. We haven't seen that in a while.
Oh. This is interesting. So, and I don't know if you caught it or not, but I think Tom Sanlatero was saying, like, why is it that when new hardware comes out, it gets picked up by the big like 3dp.com and all that stuff, but like some of the things that like move the needle in terms of like getting you better performance, like some of the updates to Prusa Slicer or something like that, those never get the focus. But one of the news items from this week is that Prusa now layered on the Plus. So it's like we went from, I don't know where we get these. Did Apple, start this whole thing where it's like first you layer on the S and then it's the Plus, or we got Plus. Like how do we decide before we go to the next version? But now we're at the Mark III S Plus and Mini Plus versions.
That's right.
And I am told that the Mark III S Plus is a small incremental, like probably not worth bothering with type upgrade, like good to have if you're getting a new one and stuff, but not as critical as the Mini, getting the new Super Pinda probe,
Right.
which is really the bulk of what the Plus upgrade is. But apparently the Super Pinda is far more accurate, especially on the way the way the Mini works. And I actually have one right here. And all it is, I mean, it looks exactly like the Pinda probe from from before, but this is the Super Pinda. Don't confuse this.
Right.
Where with a Pinda, this is a Super Pinda. And of course, I said I was going to install it the day I got it, and I still haven't. But I did look through the build guide. They did. I got to steal this. This is really neat. They started putting QR codes on the baggies. They've had it for a little while. Just so that you can just scan it with your phone. It'll take you right to the build guide or the upgrade guide, cool. Which is a nice little feature. And Prusa, that's one thing I think they've always done well, is taking the time to do a good detailed build guide. Cool. And so I looked through it. It looks like it's a pretty basic thing. You just take off the old one, put on the new one. It doesn't even look like there's a firmware upgrade. If you're in the if you're in the chat and you've done the Plus upgrade, holler at us and let us know, but I'm pretty sure it's just plug and play. I didn't see anything in the notes about any firmware upgrades necessary.
So I don't have a Prusa currently. And I wish I had one, but I don't. So tell me what the difference is. I don't understand. They just upgraded the sensor. I know Greg, we just threw it in there that, he said that they got rid of a thermistor to just a better sensor or something. I mean, is that like going from the TH3D Easy ABL to the Easy ABL Pro, where it's just a little better sensor, or what?
Look, I don't want to speak to it yet because I haven't done it myself, but my understanding is it's just better repeatability, accuracy in terms of a sensor and stuff. And I know that on the Mark III, there was a thermal component where it would adjust based on like the heat of the bed and stuff. And I thought I had read that they had removed that. But again, if somebody's in the chat that might have a little bit better understanding, because like I said, I haven't read completely through it. It looks like Greg's Maker Corner is saying that's a good comparison that you just made.
And I think, I'm just reading the actual page here. It says it's temperature independent with higher quality sensor, and it does not need a thermistor, making your first layer calibration and mesh bed leveling much easier and consistent. So, I think that's awesome that they're doing upgrades, but yeah.
Oh, well, that's one of the best things about the Prusa. And there's a lot of debates, like, for $800, for $400 now on the Mini, like you could get almost 2 CR, Ender 3s or whatever. And it's just a different experience though. And it's like, you're paying for the support, the continual improvement. I really, really appreciate the effort. And, I'm full disclaimer, self-admitted Prusa fanboy to the end here, but the fact that they are dedicated to continual improvement and are oftentimes free or no cost upgrade or very low cost, and thinking about, you know, not leaving people in the past and giving them an upgrade path and all that stuff. I think that's really admirable, and it just makes it a better experience all around. And then of course they've got, you know, Joe made it a point to try to control all the pieces along the ecosystem, you know, from slicing to the filament to the printer, you know, all the way through. And controlling those variables is what gets you good results over time consistently.
Right. That's awesome. And I know we got a lot of comments going on. Stephen the Lightspeed's in the house says it's the Apple and Tesla of 3D printing. I agree there. It's the, you know, it's just like Apple has their whole ecosystem. Tesla has their whole ecosystem, as you know, for both of those. And it's like, it's kind of a cool idea to have like your own community based around it. So awesome. Nice work on Prusa for the news of the week. I think it's great that they only made it $26 as well. Because, you know, a lot of these places could easily do that for $50 or something, $75.
Sure. I mean, you can see what it is. I mean, this is what you get. This is the upgrade. It's the sensor and a couple zip ties in a bag. Also of note, I think that, you know, there was a big blog that was released, but the new Satin Sheets came out, which is a nice in-between build plate from the smooth to the texture. It's kind of like the in-between. Which I think has a really kind of neat look. Performance wise, I can't say I've noticed any kind of difference. So that was new. And then the bigger things that I'm really excited about are the updates to Prusa Slicer, which is in beta 1 now. So they went through and I think it's, was it 3.2 beta 1, I believe is the latest, where there's some really, really, really good updates. The monotonic fill is a visibly improved surface finish quality from just the slicer.
Interesting.
Definitely worth checking out if you have the time. And if you don't make the time.
Yeah, so there's it's called a satin sheet. It's like a
satin sheet. I don't have it here. It's at the shop, but it's in between the textured and the smooth.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like half textured. Just
it's just a finer texture.
Interesting.
Half texture, sure.
That's a good idea. Moses in the house, thank you so much again. Say Prusa in the chat if you think Jim should DM me his address. Y'all know why. Oh man.
Prusa.
He's gonna show up with a hair clipper, is what he's gonna do.
Yeah. He's gonna trade you. You cut your hair, maybe you get a mini.
No. Nice. I love it.
Worth it. Worth it.
Hey, I'll hit you up. Don't worry. Anyways, well, that was some maker news. I know we're gonna start having some more regular rotations. We got a lot of fun stuff in store for the stream coming forward, and we've been talking a lot of where we want to go. And I think in the future we should start doing this a podcast. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? We said we're already recording audio, and we've had a number of comments from people that were like, I really wish I could listen, but it's like right during the middle of my workday, especially on the West Coast. I get it. It's really hard for me, especially on a Monday, you know, to cut away. But I know a lot of people, you know, you're busy at work. You might be able to throw in the headphones and listen. So maybe a podcast is an alternate way. And we will still, obviously, there's a visual component when we're showing off what we're talking about, but you'll still have the links, and you can always think to go back and maybe you guys can offer us some suggestions in terms of like what we can do for show notes so that people can more, you know, maybe we need to spend some time to transcript it so people can be like, yeah, at about 10 minutes in, you were talking about X. So find a way to get some automation to make things better, makes the experience better for everybody.
And I think let us know in the comments, and if you're watching this now with us now, and in the comments afterwards, if you guys want to see a podcast. Thanks so much, Greg. I really appreciate that.
What a guy, Greg.
Yes, thank you. So I mean, if you want to see it in a podcast so you can just listen while you're walking around, that's awesome. We can throw show notes in there. Don't forget, if you're brand new here, in the description of the video right now, there's a link to a Google Doc. In that Google Doc has every episode we've done since we started the doc, and all of the links that we use during the show for our HotMakes and stuff as well. So we are going to start keeping show notes. So if I say, you know, hey, someone toss out the link for the satin Prusa sheet. We're going to start dropping those links into the show notes as well. So I really appreciate that. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, how many of you would be interested in listening sometimes to this as a podcast? Are there a lot of podcasters in the crowd? I know we have a lot of loyal people watching us on YouTube, but maybe some people do both. And like Vinny, we weren't saying we're doing it one or the other. It would be both.
Yeah, for sure. It would be posted probably the day after or something after this, and people could. It'll be a lot of fun. Hey, by the way, Mike Pearson says Arrow, aka Jim. So he's everybody's talking about the Prusa Mini right now. I love it. So we did some maker news. You know what? Today, I'm gonna change this up just a little bit on my side because this deserves a full screen. By itself. We have a hot or not today that I absolutely think is going to be fun. I teased it on Twitter earlier today. If you're on Twitter, you could probably look up the person that it was from. But what do you think? Should we do some hot or not?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do. All right. So this week's Hot or Not comes to us from Mixed Media Girl. She has social medias all over and a huge following on YouTube world. And she does some amazing resin and paint pours, acrylics, and all sorts of fun stuff. But she really does some fun videos. And if you check out her videos, a lot of times, if I catch what she's saying right, she actually like sells or puts out there the art that she makes for people to buy afterwards, which is really cool to me because, as you know, and I know, when we do videos building stuff and we make stuff like this stuff, I'm never going to give away. A clock spring I can't give away, right? But a lot of the stuff just sits around in our shops.
Well, you can if you have the right license for it, but you don't want to, is what you're saying, I think.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't give this away. I mean, I would keep this because, well, we all know I'm a clock spring fanboy. I absolutely love.
How can you not be? How can you not be, man? That's so cool.
I know. We have fun stuff coming from him too. I heard he's working on some really cool stuff coming up. So, but anyway, she does an amazing work. In this case, it's glow in the dark art. There's a full video on YouTube. I can't / shouldn't play it the whole thing, but she did tease this. It's about 34 seconds long, and it gives you a great idea of what she does. You ready?
Yeah.
So in this cup, she has special dividers where she pours different colors of paint in layers on top of each other.
Okay.
And she makes those little dividers, and I believe she sells those. And then on a canvas, she pours it out in different patterns. And,
wow.
And then she takes it and spreads it around the whole canvas, around the sides and everything.
Wait, what? How is it? It's just like, it's just the surface tension holding it to the canvas. Like, it looked weird when she was doing that. Like, it wasn't dripping off. Weird.
It does run off when she gets to the edges, but yeah, because it's so thick, because, in this case, I think it was resin. It is thicker. So when she does stuff like this, I paused it here because I love that she used a UV, I believe it was a UV resin in this one. So if we go forward, she kind of shows, like, there's the UV light. Oops. Let me go back there. There's the UV light, and it's the reaction of the colors. But I mean, if we go back, like you said, when she gets done pouring it, she does this. It's so cool to watch this.
It really is.
Oh, I love that.
I love it. That's cool. And that's kind of no, she does. Is this just her primary medium, or she does all kinds of different things with the? I'm not familiar with this channel, actually.
Yeah, she does a ton of different stuff.
I mean, it says Mixed Media Girl, so I'm gonna assume.
Yeah. If you scroll through, the acrylic painting here. Actually, I don't think that's hers, but anyways, she does different pours like this one for breast cancer awareness, stuff like people tag her when they do stuff. And then, that's the one I found. I really like that one. And then here's another one, Halloween art. This one, I believe, she poured that over a what was that she poured it? Maybe a mask or something
like a
that.
mask. Yeah, it looks
Mask,
like a
yeah.
face.
I watched the video, and she has videos on all these, and it's super awesome to watch this. So if you get time,
the little separator thing that you were showing, like, is that a 3D print or is that just some little thing that she had? You know what I'm talking about, where she was pouring paint and they were
That's
all.
a good question. You know what?
I mean, it certainly could be. It seems like a pretty straightforward print.
I should definitely look and see what that's made out of. Like I said, she sells them, and YouTube, if you notice this, YouTube actually posted this. How many times can you watch this? And that's pretty cool when YouTube actually posts your your video. But I mean, just the amount of things that she does and makes it different. I saw her pour it through strainers. I thought on masks, in baskets, like all sorts of crazy stuff. And I just absolutely love it. So tell us in the comments, is it hot or not? I think
we're getting a lot of fire from people.
I love it.
Love it. Bloody heart. So satisfying. Look at that. That's great.
And then I absolutely love, she fills if you watch your videos, she fills the outsides to make sure she has enough paint if she doesn't think she does sometimes. And then I just look at that.
The way it oozes.
Oh, I love it. It's mesmerizing, you know.
This is just acrylic paint, or is she doing something else to it?
This one, I have to go into this video. I believe this is just acrylic, different paints. Yeah. 28 colors. But I just wanted to show that for our hot or not today, because I absolutely love her channel. I love the stuff that she does, and smash that like button or smash that like and go check out her channel afterwards.
Go to her channel, smash her like, then smash another like.
Mixed media girl. I'm hoping maybe we could talk her into coming on and she can explain what she's doing. I think that would be really cool.
I don't think we've done nearly enough with the painting. I mean, there's a lot of people that do, painting alongside 3D printing and stuff like that, but it'd be cool to talk to some mixed media gal, right?
Yeah, for sure. And a lot of people saying hot. Hot. And then I see that Zolan said his wife has done these. So that's awesome.
Zolan here? Shout out to Zolan. He got the diagnosis nobody wants, but hopefully he's starting to feel better, buddy. We're glad you're here. Hang in there, huh?
Right. Amen.
Yeah.
I'm really weird about saying stuff like that on street because I work at a hospital. So we can't talk about patients, right? So I'm always weird about what I say. I never even considered streaming, but
he's not your patient.
No, he's not in my
our patient.
Yeah. He's our patient. Oh man, run.
These are all our patients.
But what do you guys think? Did you like that hot or not? I absolutely loved it. I really think, like you said, we need to get more of that. We haven't had any painting guests on yet, have we? I mean, like this style painting. We've done guests that paint, but
no. And obviously, I think obviously she does amazing stuff. She'd be an awesome person to talk to for sure.
Right. And
awesome.
speaking of painting, we were both on a chat that we were supposed to get someone in, and they're like, "No, we're not." Do you remember it on Twitter?
No.
Oh, come on. He said many people have tried to get him on the stream and no one succeeded.
Oh, no. That'll happen. We're working on that. I've got plans.
I love it.
I know
we gotta. But yeah, so what we got next? That was
HotMakes.
That was HotMakes. Woo!
HotMakes.
We should do some HotMakes. Let's do it.
Pop them open.
All right, let's go. HotMakes it is. Maybe. Wrong button. Hang on. Technically, we don't have a bumper for HotMakes. That's probably why we're just sitting here. Think about it. I tell you what we're going to do from HotMakes today. If you guys haven't been around or this is your first time in the stream, I came from a show on my channel called Community Showcase. Pooch was on a show called Community Ketchup, and we mixed them together, and that's where HotMakes came from. And this was that. Caleb put this together for us. I still love that. All right. So we got some hot makes. Who's ready for some hot makes? Let us know in the comments. And in the chat, I got to turn my chat back on real quick because I hid mine. So first things first. Last week, we had the pleasure to talk to Joe from Breaks and Makes, 3D Maker Noob, whatever you want to call him. And he showed us the unfinished product here. So since then,
we got the sneak peek.
Sneak peek, I love it.
The exclusive.
Since then, he's actually finished and he got the video up. And it is time to check it out. If you have not watched the video, it is super cool. He goes through the whole build, the resin pour, using the CNC, 3D printing the numbers and everything you see on the face of it. It's really cool. But Joe, this is the Purge Clock made from upcycled 3D printing purge blocks. And let me pop that open so y'all can see it. I love this. This is a super awesome idea.
It just came out. The fact that he had the ability to envision this, and we got to ask him too, like, how did this come out as compared to what was in your mind? Because I think it was an iterative process. You know, he's like, well, I've got a bunch of purge blocks that are left over. What can I do? And he made the surface. And obviously this is, I think, going to just breed a whole new genre of creativity for people, like, because, you know, a clock is one great use, but you can do any number of things with this. Right. And, you know, just throw a couple things on there, get a simple clock mechanism. I think he said he was just got it on Amazon, right? And then he did that cool little, just that resin ring, that rainbow resin ring.
I was just gonna. That's my next comment. Yeah, what? I love that he 3D printed the inlay for it, basically the frame, right?
Yep.
And then he did that pour. Yeah, that was awesome. In the video, you can see him do it. I love that rainbow ring around the clock too. It's awesome.
Yeah, so and CNC, so this is a mixed media thing. So 3D printed parts, obviously, and then CNC'd the inlays for those numbers, and, you know, just how tight he got that fit. They were all snapped in there. I mean, the other thing is too, it's like we watch Joe work and watch any of these makers work, and it just seems like it happens so fast, and yet it took him couple weeks to actually get through the whole process, obviously.
Right. So he's been working on it for a while, and he says that in his video, that, you know, it took him a couple weeks. It needs LEDs. That is an awesome idea. I love that idea. We'll have to get with him because he could drop LEDs in around the numbers. That would be super cool.
I love it.
Next, what do we got next here? Graffiti. Oh, this is what I was talking about. I read into it earlier, but finished
Tano.
Yeah. What is this? Ashoka?
It's Soka Tano. It's you don't pronounce the AH, I believe.
Oh,
so have you been watching The Mandalorian?
I have not. I have not. We just got Disney Plus, so we need to catch up.
Put it on the list. Put it on the list. But a lot of the characters in this season are picked up from, I think, like the animated Clone Wars series and some of the, you know, earlier Star Wars work. So Soka Tano was in that, as was some of the other Mandalorian characters and stuff. But anyway, just more epic work by Graffiti. Yeah.
Well, and Sid's models. I mean, yeah, this is a Sidnique model, I believe.
Yeah.
And look at that. I mean, and it's printed on a Phenom, so you know it's a big print.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the use of the box in the background.
The lighting. That's the other thing. It's just like the half the battle here is the photography. And we talked with Mark Rhodes about this. And don't get me wrong, like, amazing paint job, amazing modeling work, and all that stuff. But what a difference, right? Yeah. Taking a moment and staging it and lighting it and just getting the full, you know, because if you're going to put that many hours into it, you want to, you know, really make it pop. And I mean, like, it literally looks like a real, like it looks like the character on the, you know, I guarantee you could take certain shots of that and people would be like, wait, is that just a still image of the, I mean, is it just me? Like, I'm not trying to say that to be exaggerative. I mean, like, this looks, I'm going to say real, but like the makeup that you would see on, like, right there, the way that's lit, like, I'd be like, that's the character inside the Mandalorian.
And if you didn't see that just popped up, they said Dawson Rosario actually liked his post. I really like her. I like her in the Marvel series and on Netflix, and I didn't realize she played that part because I haven't seen it yet, but that's awesome. And if we scroll down,
she was really good. Yeah.
This is what I was talking about. Josh said we should get him on the show, and he's like, many of Warriors have tried to get me on camera. All of them have failed. So we that's a challenge to us, Graffiti. We're coming for you.
Yeah, you can't throw the gauntlet down like that. And so, like, we'll just show up at your house with a camera one day.
Yes. Throw us another $5 in chat, and we're going to show up at Graffiti's house, when we raise enough money to do it.
The travel fund.
I love it. Yes.
The door down. We're here.
Too good. Well, that to me is pretty hot. What do we got next here? Daryl M. I love Daryl's stuff. We see his stuff a lot. I don't remember seeing him in a mask or a helmet though. And check this out.
Oh, he's done tons of them. Yeah.
I don't remember. Like, has he worn them like this though?
He's definitely posed with some of his stuff in the past, but this is, you're right. I don't think he does that often. But I mean, we've been talking about, since the early days of Catch Up, just how epic Broken Nerd stuff is. And I had the pleasure of meeting him at Maker Faire. I think it was in 2018, and just a really, really upstanding guy, really hardworking dude. Has been on Tested. He's gotten to work with Adam doing the cosplay work and stuff on that channel. And so just another amazingly talented individual who just never disappoints with his models. So coming at you here with what? Marvel. Somebody's gonna yell at me for like not knowing what this actually is.
Right. Let's see. I don't know what the helmet is either, so I failed as a nerd. Apparently,
look, you guys get to be part of the process and stuff too. It's like there's so much stuff out there, and I'm like, I am weak on the cosplay comic side of things. It's like I know the mainstream Captain America, all that, but okay. So what? Somebody yell at us in the chat. What character? What Marvel character?
Oh,
Hemdall.
Okay.
Heimdall.
I would, yeah. Oh, everybody's saying it now. Thank you. We appreciate it.
From the Thor
Sorry
movie.
about that. Okay. Thor, someone said?
Well, there's a
Oh no, Sarah Johnson's mad at us.
She's mad. See, look, we're only human. Sorry, Sarah.
Oh, Thor, Heimdall the Gatekeeper, I think. That's what I'm getting. So yeah. Well, thank you for enlightening us. See, we learned something. There we go. Educating.
I've only seen Ragnarok. Is it in Ragnarok? I don't know.
I haven't seen that.
I'm like,
I'm so behind on Marvel movies. There's like 17 I have to watch in order to catch up or something. So
yeah,
I love it. All right, going on before we get.
If my son was here, he'll tell you all about the MCU. The whole universe, all the characters and all that stuff. He'll tell you which is his favorite, which are worth skipping if they're worse.
I think Moses just asked for a refund because we didn't know that. No.
See, Moses hasn't even ever seen Thor himself, so he didn't know either.
Next up, hey, he's in the chat. Practical Printing's in the house with us today. Infinite Christmas. If you had infinite Christmas, what would you do? Start small and work your way up.
It's a Mobius candy cane. I love it. It's infinite. You can never consume the entire surface area of it. Actually, I guess it's not because it's a 3-dimensional. I don't know. It's cool. It's a bow tie. I would wear it as a bow tie.
Yeah, do it. You could put a little rope, but yeah, put it right there.
That's a neat print, though. That'd be a great ornament.
What did you print this on? I know he's in the chat. Was it an MMU? What was it? Was it a palette?
It's a palette. I'm gonna guess it's a palette. Scroll down.
Look at the purge. Look at the purge block there.
It does say MMU machines. That was a question, Chris. Oh, it does say MMU. That's what
MMU. Okay.
RC Maniac's saying at least. Anyway, very cool.
Nice. That was a Prusa MK3 with MMU. Nice. Thank you, Chris. I just thought of something. We got to get a hold of Joe. It should be the Purge Clock.
The Purge Clock?
Yeah.
Purge Clock, Purge Block.
Instead of the purge clock. Yeah, it's a purge clock.
Maybe that's what he did. He didn't title it that because it just seems like it makes sense.
I have to go back and look. I don't know.
He says, look at the bigger version. We don't have the banana, the one in your hand. Oh, there you go.
What, this one? There's a bigger version? Oh, is it on your channel? It must be on his I wonder if he posted it.
Looks like a little bit of red bled into your white there, Chrissy.
Here we go.
There it is on the door.
There it is.
Knocker. What?
It's a door knocker.
That's so cool. What a great design.
That is sick. And your colors are great there.
I feel like we need to put a list together. We talked about this, like the Christmas makes or whatever, but like,
let's do it.
Hey, you're looking to make some, ornaments for the tree, some decorations for around the house. Like, here's some of the hottest stuff. Because like Moses has been doing some of Bugman's Christmas trees. By the way, if you haven't seen the snowman that Moses is selling, Loyal Moses is selling, you got to check that out. It is a really, really clean, cool print that Bugman did for him. Exclusive. Great holiday print.
I think he posted those on Twitter. Maybe we can grab a link off of Twitter from El Moses's Twitter and throw it in the comments. I'll see if we can do that. All right, what's next? What we got? Nice work, by the way, Andrew Sink. Man, I love this guy. He was on Verve. I think I'm trying to remember if I was hosting when he was on, something like that. And he's just a super nice guy, and I love his stuff. In this case, he's introducing the Nintendo GameCube blaster. He wanted to design a 3D print for a sci-fi blaster inspired by a retro gaming console, and this was the result. Check this out. I love it.
Wow.
So good.
The GameCube blaster.
The GameCube blaster. I love it.
Very creative.
That's awesome. So my question is, and it looks like it's a blaster, right? Yeah. But it almost looks like you could put a Raspberry Pi in the front of that.
Sure.
And you could actually turn this into something like usable.
Sure. Why not?
I like it.
I like it too.
So Andrew, if you're watching, we want to see a Raspberry Pi version that has a little projector that projects out and then
cooling. Yeah.
Right yeah. It shoots out like a projector, and then the blaster. It's like Duck Hunt. You aim it at the wall.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just making stuff up now, but
I think it would be guns were so satisfying. That trigger pull, ka-ching! It was like the mechanical keyboard of the console blasters.
The kit says the GameCube is a retro console. Yes, it is.
Sorry to tell you, kid.
I love it. Let's see, but yeah, I love this idea. I think it's such a great idea, and I'm just double checking something real quick. Okay, what do we got next?
For those of you who want to know, the GameCube is almost 20 years old. It was released in 2001.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Isn't that wild?
So what do we got next? Filament Frenzy. Is he here with us? I didn't see him in chat yet.
I mean, it is the middle of the night there, but Tom is a night owl, so I haven't seen him earlier. But
how else do you get those sweet looking colors if you're not in the middle of the night, right?
That's right.
Let's pop this open. So it's done. He's been doing progress, posts on this picture, and it's done. Obviously, his colors are absolutely amazing.
This is his Christmas card, actually. Okay.
Yeah.
This is like, everybody sends pictures of his family. This is Tom's family. All the MMU prints he does. Merry Christmas from Filament Frenzy.
I love it. Dave Randolph's in the house. Hey, Dave. How are you? Oh, I was just looking around. It's out of reach. I have some Jesse PLA from Dave that I picked up, and that stuff is amazing. It prints like butter, by the way. But nice work, Tom. I think this is one of my favorite holiday prints. I think the Kenny King was awesome.
This is a whole nother thing, right? I mean, like how many filament changes? What was the timing on this one? I mean, that's a very, very elaborate
man.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think he said.
He usually throws the specs up. Just need to print a Christmas tree now.
Yeah, I think I think he's working on this one. Was still going, but
Reminds me of like just the Hallmark miniatures you would get at
right.
It's amazing.
Nice.
We'll have to find the specs on that later. That's a cool one too.
Here's another one.
Candy
Yeah,
cane basket by Jason Pruce.
Jason Pruce. Yeah, Candy King woven basket, and I'm gonna pop this out.
Enhance.
Check this out.
That's such a good time lapse. Look at that. Is that Octolapse that he's using on his rail core? Look at that. That was awesome. He's a big rail core guy.
I love it.
That's what a great print. That's a fun time lapse to watch too.
Reverse.
I love the what the dimension that it adds when the camera moves with.
Right. I absolutely love it. Obviously rail cores in there, like you said, but and it's so satisfying to watch these.
Yeah,
so satisfying.
It really is.
Nice work, Jason.
It's like how it would grow in the wild. Just the organic growth of the whole print.
Right.
When you see them in nature, just growing out on the forest floor, that's what they look like when you time lapse them.
Bill. All right. He says at Dasmia, this is the purple print I was going to do for you last weekend. I'm late as usual. All the coloring is done during the print process. No post-processing other than a light clear coat. This was printed solid, hence the darker area. I may do a hollow model. Let's see. Oh, it was printed solid, like solidly, not printed solid, because Dave's with us.
Sure.
Look at this.
Wow.
This is gorgeous. I mean,
so is this the technique we talked about before, where you add color to the resin while it's printing, or this is just pre-mixed? Because I thought you said like all color done during the print process, right?
Yeah.
So that gradient effect that you're getting is as a result of dyeing it as you go.
This is black alcohol ink added to the clear, resulting in a smoky black. So it must be, like you said, he must be adding alcohol inks, maybe, or something?
Yeah. Well, just the fact that he commented like done during the print suggested to me that there was some modification as opposed to that, which it looked like it was homogeneous, so it was a mixed ahead of time and then put in. Because I know you can do both.
Right. That's. But I absolutely, the color's awesome. The print really turned out nice.
Yeah.
Nice work, Bill. I'm not sure if we've met before, but hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill. Hey, Bill.
Hey.
I see you. I see you, Bill. I see what you're doing there. And I want you to know I like it.
Oh, boy. So what do we got? The 3D printing German.
A manufacturer.
Yes, so
AMFG.
AMFG. Let's see. What do we get?
Part of the Raptor
come
engine.
to an end. Final and last part of the Raptor engine. Nearly 50 parts, over 100 hours of printing. SpaceX. So this was the part that he was talking about.
Yep.
And check this out. I love that. The full engine.
Amazing.
So
scale model of the Raptor engine. That's amazing.
Yeah, scale model. What do you say? 50 parts, 100 hours.
I mean, how cool is it that they make this available for people to even do? Like,
right. Oh, look at this. SpaceX actually commented. Now try to start it. Please don't. I love that they actually commented.
Yeah, man.
Phenomenal. Nice work there. 3D printing German. And I think we're going to toss. I think we found the the snowman from Moses. So I'm going to toss that in the in the link right now here. We'll do it in the chat so you guys can click it if you want. Anyways, what do we got next? Graphite.
Meanwhile,
yeah. Let's see. Printing a solid resin heart. It's going to be used for the surgeon who did my brother's heart surgery. Piopoli Neo resin. will be floating above a nice stand with a steel rod.
Whoa.
I love
cool
it.
Is that? Look at that.
Yes. So good.
That's some Westworld stuff right there, man. Just like the heart being 3D. I love that.
Oh, too good. And what
hearts.
my favorite part is it took me a minute, but this thing's upside down. Obviously, the picture's upside down, right?
Yeah.
Because the vat wouldn't be just floating there. But it took me a minute. I was like, what am I? But phenomenal, man. Graffiti. This is gonna. I can't wait to see this done. If it's not done already.
It's going to be the presentation, and he won't disappoint, right? Because he's like, okay, right. He's making something for the surgeon that worked on his brother's heart, right? And so Graffiti's going to do something amazing with that, right?
Yeah, right.
This doctor's going to be like, I want to display this in my office. I mean, that's going to be cool. I can't wait.
Yeah. I hope it lights up like this too.
I know.
With red, though, of course. I mean,
yeah. Well, and blue.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. All right, what do we got next here? Just Shane. So going to try to learn some post-processing, cleaning, blending, and painting. Give myself a little bit of a cool project. It's a Borderlines shotgun, or Borderlands. I didn't say Borderlands.
Borderlands.
Printing between two Prusa 3D printers. No, wait, Shane prints with Prusas? He does.
He's been known. He's been known from time to time.
From time to time. Pulsing red and blue LEDs for that last one. That would be phenomenal, by the way.
Let me tell you what I love about this post. Here's this amazing thing that I did. What are you doing? Like, I'm just gonna leave this here. So humble. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
I'm
are you
just gonna
doing?
work on some
What I
painting. A little blending. Not to mention the phenomenal prints that came out.
It's nothing. It's just something I whipped up. What are you up to?
Shane says he doesn't print with Prusas. I mean, was there any sanding? Because if there's not, I believe Pooch is going to start this tonight on his print farm and have it ready for us tomorrow. I think there was not much sanding. I think it's all printed. I don't know. I'm just making that up.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's a nice piece. I mean,
you have enough printers to do this overnight.
Yeah.
Oh, Shane, that's right. Shane says I'm a different Shane. You're right. Same old Shane would be the Shane we're talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Shane from Prusa. I didn't even think, but I still like the way that you posted it. Yeah,
it is. But I went like this earlier, and it was
you were showing.
Shane.
Yeah. Wrong Shane.
So it wasn't the same old Shane.
There's more than one. There's more than one Shane. Very unique name.
It wasn't the same old Shane. It was a different Shane. Here you go. You tell us about this. What did you see on this one?
What did I see? I saw greatness. I really liked the design of this shape. It reminded me of chopsticks, which is what it is. But it made me hungry for sushi, and so that was good. No, I just the creativity around the vision that somebody had. They're like, okay, well, let me make a stand for these, because when I first saw it, I thought the entire thing was printed, and then I looked a little bit closer and I saw, like, I think are they dowels? I don't think they're chopsticks.
I think they're dowels. Yeah.
Yeah.
I what I find is super cool about this is it looks like just the base is printed, which is awesome.
Right.
And then he wove. It kind of looks like you kind of weave the dowels in, or maybe they're not even.
They go straight in, and it makes that weave. It makes that weave pattern as it kind of spirals up. So it reminds me of like a lot of the stuff Jason Proust does with his basket weaving, and it still makes me want sushi. I see chopsticks. I mean,
yeah. RC Maniac says, I was going to say, that could be challenging for some to print. And then I realized it was just the base. But still, that's
exactly what I thought.
Challenging.
Yeah.
Depending on, the printer and stuff. Speaking of the printer, I totally forgot I have one going behind me. It's so quiet, I didn't even hear it.
Ooh, quiet.
All right. Oh, man. Someone tagged this. I
hadn't seen this one.
I've never seen this person yet. So I translated it from Google. It says multicolor printing. I've tried various methods, but this is quite interesting.
What
I don't know what I'm looking at here. But
Well, it seems like just a very fine color change, but it's just saying, okay, so it's a multicolor technique, and that's all we got. Let's see what print them with what filament. Nicely done. The transitions are so, or is it just the layers? It may just be the way the layering is with the amount of filament, the pattern that's giving this visual effect.
Yeah, it says multi-extruder 3D printer with Bowden, multiple with Bowden tubes. Yes. Holy moly. And then you can take a look. So it looks like there's a website if you want to check that out. But I saw this when it was tagged, and I was thinking, holy moly.
Yeah, I'd like to see some more detail on that. That's just a really neat design, period. And that's very non-specific, multicolor extruder.
I would like to see a time lapse of this.
Yeah,
I think that would be ridiculous. Nice work. Hope we get you, in the chat sometime. Yeah. So hopefully we'll get that person in the chat so we can ask them. So last but not least, Geeky Faye stole our hearts this past week. With precisely what happens when you
Geeky Faye steals my heart every week.
Yeah. Okay. when you give a nerdy artist a new canvas, dough is an artistic medium, right?
Absolutely.
It's caramel pear pie, and yeah.
Cue the Homer Simpson drawl.
Is that Harry Potter I see there? With the see?
Is that what we're seeing?
I'm just going for it. I'm going to throw it out there, but I think this is Harry Potter inspired
because it's got triangles.
Well,
and then snitches. Are those snitches?
The snitches and the triangle in the center. Let's see. I don't know if anyone asked, but wait.
I didn't even notice that before. That's interesting.
I was wondering if she posted the finished thing.
I need some caramel pear pie in my life.
Chris says lost that pear. No apples, or now apples or apricots. I tell you, I'm a big fan of fruit doesn't go in my dessert. If it's going to be a dessert,
it's a pie.
I know, but Mighty Pie. Oh, I wish it said. It doesn't say. But
listen, there was a lot of discussion. I don't know how many of you were in on the greater pie conversation that we went into depth on the Twitters when I had tweeted out whether or not I should eat pumpkin pie for breakfast. And then the Germans chimed in and said, we don't even have a word for pie. And I was like, I can't even right now because pie is amazing, which is that wasn't my rant, but I could just go right into this.
Well, I'm being told. I'm being told it's Navi from Legend of Zelda. It's a Triforce logo. So I was totally wrong that whole time.
Your snitches were just little holly berries or something, maybe.
What did it look like that? I don't know.
I guess I don't know.
Pooch can't even finish the Poochicon or Poochicorn. That's so. He has like 20 printers. Guess who that came from?
Was it the llama?
Yeah. And apparently Battlecry says I'm a little sus.
You're totally sus. Well, Jim finished it for me, right? So I delegated.
I love it. You ready? It's about 6:55 on my watch. That says I think it's about ready for a Pooch Rant. Are you feeling it?
Let me see if I can get that vein in my forehead to pop out today. Goals.
All right.
Pooch Rant. The audio and everything. Props to Caleb for that. That was amazing. I now have a proper bumper for my ranting to lead in the energy. So this week, this is the time where, I get a little catharsis in. I gotta get something off my chest. And this week, I'm going to vent about humans and how they're great sometimes, but a lot of times completely unnecessary to the process, right? So I'll start, and everybody's been through this. Everybody knows exactly what I'm going to get to. You call up support for whatever. And they you know, you go through the automated system, and it tells you like, give me your name, give me your account number, whatever, all this stuff. You do that to file your claim, and then I think that's just to keep you busy and distracted while they're getting you to an operator. And then the human answers and asks you all those same questions all over again. The same ones, the same exact questions. You're like, hey, wait a minute. Didn't I just answer all of these questions, right? I just spent like 5 minutes telling you who my first grade teacher was, and you know, all the security passwords and stuff that I don't remember. And then it's for something like that I didn't even need a human for in the first place. Like, I just want to cancel my cable subscription or whatever it is that I'm calling for. Like this is 2020. Like, I don't need the AT&T guy to come out to my house to like install the new cable modem, because I know what you're going to do is he's going to call up and he's going to give them the MAC ID, and then they're just going to flip the switch at the command center and it's going to come on. And it's like, why? So this guy could have a job? Is that a good use of human energy? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe we need to do this, but why did the human need to be involved? Especially if the robot did all the work in the first place. Take up my time, and then I got to answer all the same questions again, and it's just frustrating.
Well, I tell you, I think we all agree, and the chat is blowing it up as they agree as well. A lot of I press zeros. Yeah, what a waste. Rant.
Zero. You can't press it hard, and then sometimes you think maybe you can press it harder, it'll work better, right? It's like the walk button when you're at the intersection. Like, maybe if I push it more, or the elevator door close button that doesn't seem to work for like 10 seconds. All those things. Great ranting material.
I love it. Well, that was an awesome rant. Aaron's in the house. Ron, how you doing, Aaron? Let's see. Definitely annoying as heck. We'll call it. A lot of people agreeing with you, Pooch. But I think we should throw a nice automated voice on the Repcord phone number.
Thank you for calling Repcord.
Yeah. Thank you for calling Repcord.
If your box is missing parts, please press 1.
Let's make that 10. Hopefully it's not. No one gets that far.
If you'd like to complain about the fact that you ordered something 1 hour ago and it's been 3 hours since, and you still haven't gotten a ship notification, press 2.
Press 2. Oh, so good. So nice. Well, we went through a lot of cool stuff. We had some maker news. We had a hot or not. We had some awesome hot makes. Thank you guys for submitting those. Hashtag hot makes on the Twitters, and I'm going to work with whoever out there knows how to do it in Instagram. If you do, chat me, text me, or throw me up email at jim@theedgeoftech.com. If you know how to do, there you go, hashtag hot makes along the bottom there. If you know how to do it and set it up in Instagram, let us know. We'd love to catch Instagram stuff as well. Yeah. Wombat.
We need technical assistance. That's the tag. I like that we have a crawl.
We do.
We have a crawl. We have a Chiron. We should put some stocks in there.
Wombat, this is for you. For sales, press 1. For customer service, press 2. To hear Pooch Rant live, press 3 repeatedly.
I got a numero 9.
I love it. But thank you guys for spending the last hour with us. We really appreciate it. We're here every Monday, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. California time. Pacific. Uncle Jesse's pressing 3 for repeated Pooch Rants. Just he's in the chat. He's like 3. My
favorite is you go through the whole thing, you get to it, and they're like, "We're sorry, we're experiencing increased call volume right now. We can't help you. Please call back later."
Did you just press 3? I didn't understand. Please.
Have you ever
3.
actually tried to choke your phone before, Jim? Have you ever tried
I don't think I've ever tried to choke my phone, but I will have to admit I've thrown my phone in frustration at one of those things before.
Did it break?
No, It didn't break. It was at the couch. I'm not that hardcore. I was just like, God, yeah, I'm out. But I didn't want to. I mean,
Threw it into a pile of fluffy pillows.
right?
Anger.
Have you ever seen like there's some funny YouTube videos where someone actually like throws or drops their phone and breaks it? Like how angry people get when they actually break their phone.
It's a real yeah. No.
Yeah, it's very first world problem. I love it. Well, like I said, check us out every Monday night right here on the Edge of Tech channel, 6:00 p.m. HotMakes is the name of the show. We'll crawl it across the bottom one more time. Hashtag HotMakes on the Twitters. That'll get us going and get our attentions. We had a great submissions in the description of the video down below. Is a Google Doc. You can click on that and catch all of the links if you wanted to see anything closer up. You want to jump on Twitter and follow any of the peeps out there.
And if you like Jim's look today, swipe left.
Yeah.
Don't like it, swipe right.
Oh, sorry. They were swiping. I was like,
just madly swiping on their phone. Swipe.
Uncle Jesse says symbolic relationship with
swipe
my
right.
phone.
Swipe right for like, swipe left. Unless you're in Australia, then it's backwards from that.
Then you swipe the wrong way. Oh man, that's awesome. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you guys again so much. We appreciate you being here with us. We appreciate you hanging out with us for an hour and keeping us busy. Of course, Caleb, thank you so much for all the transitions and the work you do for us with the new Pooch Rant transition. What'd you think of that?
I loved it personally, but I'm a little biased.
You didn't know it was coming.
I didn't. I did. It was great. It had broken glass. It had like the wrinkles in my forehead from my sneer. It just had all the things that you want, none of the things you don't need. Thank you to all of our awesome contributors, Greg's Maker Corner, Loyal Moses, of course, for your generosity, help to keep the stream going. We love it. And for all of you just taking time out of your busy Mondays to be with us and enjoy some fun things that we saw on the Maker web, Twitter sphere, etc.
That's right. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. And Jay, I would love to read that out loud, but I'll let you guys read the comments from what he said. That was really funny. Thank you guys again for everything. You guys have a great night. We appreciate it.
Keep sending us those hot makes. Good night.
Hashtag later, everybody.
Hot makes.
Bye. Woo!